there, everybody, it's Jesse. Those, I assume, they weren't jazz hands. Spirit fingers, maybe? The hell is a spirit finger? That sounds dirty. And this is Revenge of the Q and or A. Oh, guys, we've got quite a few questions today. The hat is filled with questions, and we have some announcements as well. That was gibberish, what I just said. And we have some announcements as well. I'm drunk. What can I say? It's so early, I needed to pick me up with alcohol. Don't do that, kids. So before we actually start today, as usual, a few announcements. One of them, really important, that a lot of you are probably going to be like, what is going on with this channel? In the coming, I would say 2 weeks, apparently, a lot of you really liked the Jesse Sells Out thing. I thought it was really creative to do. I thought it was fun and sort of tongue-in-cheek, like, hey, I'm selling out. I guess companies like that too, and so a bunch more approached me, and they're all games that I support already, so I will gladly take their money. I have a bunch of Jesse Sells Outs coming soon for DCUO, EverQuest, Diablo 3, and then gaming peripherals from like Rocket? Look, they have a cat, and it's Rocket. There. Anyway, so it's going to be a really silly, like, peripheral video. And so, those are coming down the pipeline, and I just wanted to let you guys know, because apparently, a few of them, like the one for Diablo, said I have to make an announcement video. I'm announcing to you right now, but I have to make an announcement video. I guess that's part of the contract. So, if there's videos that just show up like, hey guys, remember, I'm interested in this. Look, it's what I gotta do to get paid, guys. I'm sorry. That's how I earn a living. Bear with me on this. Plus, we have 2 shirts coming down the pipeline for Cox and Crendor. We have one that's sort of like a yellowish 70s faded, very silly shirt, and then one that is just a red long sleeve shirt that just says goopity gop 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 gee. And that's all it says on it. And then it has a little Cox and Crendor animation thing on the back. But yeah, that's I'm gonna wear that shirt all the time. That's literally just the shirt I wear in the show. So now you can wear my shirt. And that'll probably be relatively cheaper compared to the other one, but you know, still support us, buy 2. And final thing of major note, if you're going to PAX East, I will be there every day, so if you see me around the con, feel free to stop me, bug me, I'll take photos, sign whatever. I'm very approachable, ladies. And other than that, I will be doing 2 panels while I'm there, and you can just camp out there and watch those and then get me afterwards. That's probably the easiest. Saturday night at 7:30, I will be on the Geek and Sundry panel. It's for a new show they're doing that I'm a part of. And then at 8:30, I will be at Friend Zone Live with myself, Dodger, and Markiplier. I'm sure other people will show up, but we will be there doing whatever. I have no clue. It's not my thing. I show up and act like an idiot. If you've seen the panels, you know how it works. I show up, make some jokes, and then go home. That's what I do. Thanks for watching. Anyway, enough of all that. Let's get down to the hat. Question the first. This comes from William Darth Madigan. Jesse, what is your opinion on fight grades in games? If it's a game for fun, is there really a right way to do a fight? Imagine playing an FF game casting haste on a poisoned enemy. You're not supposed to buff the enemy, but more enemies turns with haste equals more poison damage. I've always had an issue with this. Your thoughts, please? It depends on how you grade games, I guess, doesn't it? Sometimes games are graded on speed of completion. Sometimes games are graded on skill and abilities you use. Sometimes games are graded on point systems. I feel like we all need to get together and collectively say this is what the grade scale of gaming should be, because you don't really know. I mean, your example, maybe speed is what the grade is. So if you cast haste on a guy to kill him, good job, you killed him faster and you got a better score. If you're trying to get more points, then that would you're probably doing it wrong. It's like, you're doing it wrong. You're not using the correct point combos. I don't know. It's an interesting question. Am I a fan of it? Do I care? Not really. It's nice to see like S grades and A grades every once in a while. I didn't see those a lot as a kid. So, it's not bad, but don't let it get to you. It's not that big of a deal. The thing I do hate is in games where it's like, you must get all S grades to get this achievement. That's just dickish. That's not even cool. That's just mean. Like, Metal Gear Rising, it's like you must get S in everything. What? Some of those are really, like, that's too much work. Too much work. They might as well have said, like, you must get an injection in your butt. Don't know if that equates. Moving on. Question the second. This comes from Anon, who wants to know, on a scale of 1 to 10, how weird, creepy is it when you post a video and then within 2 minutes, it already has more than 100 views? That is not weird or creepy. If anything, I'm thinking, how can I get that to 301 plus in like seconds? How can I have you ready to watch? Like, that is a YouTuber's, like, how can I get people so interested that they want to watch right away? That's what it's about. I'm not weird or creeped out. I think that's great. Are you kidding me? I wish everyone just sat on my channel all day and rewatched all my videos. That'd be the best. Okay, Hat. Question. Oh, we got 2 stuck together. Question the third. The other one will be the fourth. It was clinging on. It wanted to be asked. Okay, question the third is from Francois. He says, looking back on your life, are you surprised at some of the values you hold and how your opinion on things have changed? I would be willing to say no. I'm pretty solid in my beliefs. Nothing's really surprised me on changing attitudes. I like to think that by the time you're in your late 20s, mid-20s, you know what you think you know. And you believe what you think you believe. And so you've been questioned. You've had the facts you thought you knew questioned. You had your beliefs questioned. And you've come out the other side with an answer. If it's the right one or not, who knows? It's your answer, so it doesn't matter. I would say there was a time many years ago when I was a teacher, right out of college, and I was teaching. I grew up in a very, very white neighborhood, and then I went and moved to New York and lived in this very multicultural area, and I was like, oh, I'm very worldly, and then I went to go teach in the inner city, and it was like, culture shock. So, I think that's when I had a lot of things that I believed questioned. Like, when you see real poverty and real sadness, your life is like, well, I've had it pretty damn good. So it changes a lot of what you feel. I think that's when I had a major, like, life-altering moment. But that was 7 years ago at this point, 6 years ago. It was a long time ago when I started teaching. So, yeah, that was a big moment for me. Right now, no. YouTube really doesn't change. The one thing it did reinforce was that assholes will be assholes, good people will always be good people, and you just need to determine which is which. That's what it reinforced for me, and I think it's something to live by. Now it's the Clinger's turn. Question number 4. This is from Nate, who says, when are you going to Machu Picchu, and will you record some vlogs to share how great it is? First off, yes, I'll record vlogs. I don't know how many or what the frequency will be. I'd like to think daily, but I don't know if I'll have internet. I don't know how the internet situation is in Peru. But for the first couple days, we'll be staying in a normal hotel. Then we go up into the mountains, and then we're actually at the site of Machu Picchu. So that might be difficult, but I'll record all of it. I have a GoPro. I have my little handheld camera. So no matter what, I'll have footage to edit together and make for you guys. For those of you who don't know, this is a Christmas present that I got my dad because it's on his, like, bucket list, and I've never really gotten him anything great for Christmas, so I saved up, bought him this trip, and I was like, I'll go too. So the two of us are going to go, and I assume have a lot of fun. Although, I did hear that there's a nudist problem there. Apparently, Machu Picchu is covered with nudists now, so in theory, it sounds awesome, but we all know, like, nudists aren't, like, the sexy, hot nudists you'd imagine. They're just all old men, so I imagine my dad will be naked by the end of the trip. And finally, question the 5th. This is from Tom Cox, who says, do you worry about getting bald in the next decade? Well, Tom Cox, as a member of the Cox clan, you should be worried about it too. Every Cox I know has gotten bald. So am I worried? No. I've seen the future. I know what's going to come. You should be worried. Every Cox ends up bald. It's just a fact. You're going to lose all your hair. Unless I get, like, a transplant toupee. In which case, you guys, if I'm, like, in my 80s and I still have hair, question it. Just question it, because you know something's up. Anyway, guys, that's it. Thank you for watching, and as always, to be continued. We're gonna call this one The Future! UFO Commander, we are the future. We're gonna take you to the future. Then we're gonna get to the future, where everyone talks like they're from the future. UFO Commander, we are the future. We're gonna take you to the future. Then we're gonna get to the future, where everyone talks like they're from the future.
Hello there, old sport. Me, just got the number one over the plan. The bean, please, the tip-top shape, I'm swell, see? And I'm gonna make a fortune for my-ass balls. Shut the balls up!
UFO Commander, we are the future. We're gonna take you to the future. Then we're gonna get to the future, where everyone talks like they're from
Shut the balls up!